Well, you can kind of guess where the road used to be as you trudge your way, just because it's slightly more dipped than anywhere else. Okay, you kind of pass all the cows in the field, all of which are pretty much kind of standing. You can't see any of their legs. It's so deep already that the cows in the open fields there are pretty much up to, their udders. And you guys are pretty much almost up to your waists as you trudge. Fortunately, the snow is very light and fresh because it only just fell, so it's not quite so hard to maneuver through. But there certainly isn't much getting along very quickly, that's for sure. As you continue forward, you notice the cornfields. You can see the tips of the corn kind of poking out like little teeny tiny snow caps all throughout the fields. And ahead of you is the large wooden gate that leads to Gravelly Manor and Sir Richard Gravelly's house.
Is the lock still on the gate?
Let me move this out. The lock is on the gate, yes.
It's not a big gate that we determined last time, right?
It's a fairly large gate, but it's kind of one of those farm gates that's like, slats across and then one diagonally, so it's very easy to scale over.
Why don't we just break the gate?
Well, the snow's probably as tall as the gate, so it's probably easier just to step over it.
Sure. Okay. Yeah, I guess we're going to climb over the gate.
Alrighty. Well, you basically using the runs of the gate as a ladder. You quite easily throw one leg over and onto the other side.
Just go up to the door then.
All right.
Let's knock on the door.
There you go.
Okay, after a couple of minutes, a candle kind of you see a curtain pull and a candle shines through, and you see Lord Gravelly's manservant looking at you. The curtain closes, and he comes back to the door, opens it, and beckons you inside. He says, "What the bloody hell are you doing outside in this crazy weather?"
Trying to get to the bottom of what's going on in this town. Is the Lord around?
He's in his study.
Can speak with him?
Well, he seems a little bit out of sorts, so I best go check with him.
As he would be.
Alright, let's take you to Gravelly House.
I don't think the priest has been here.
I think you're right, Marisa.
Alright, let me just move. You guys in. Alright, his manservant heads off down the hallway.
I hate snow.
It's bloody cold. Alright, kind of glancing around as you can't really put your finger on it, but it has a kind of more of a sinister feel. You notice that none of the sconces are lit. It's very dark in here. And of course the large busts of the animals or the heads of the animals mounted on the wall are casting rather more evil looking shadows than they normally do.
Marlo falls into a fighting stance.
And attack the giant bear.
So Kia and Reza, the last time we were here, it was not unpleasant,
Yeah.
Something's
This
not
is
right. Like you
creepy.
were gonna get sucked into the darkness and die. Like
Yeah.
how I feel right now.
For lack of a better word, yeah. Oh, and the Lord, he's kind of a dick, as all lords are.
Is everyone a dick?
Well, they're entitled. I mean, really.
Maybe you just bring out the best in everybody. Maybe that's what it is.
He's well traveled, but
Right.
I don't know. I'm bothered. I'm really on edge right now, and I can't. It wasn't like this before.
He comes back and he looks at you. He says, he says he'll see you, but you might want to keep those furs on.
Why?
Well, the fire went out and we can't get it to light. Can't you feel that chill in the air? If you remember last time you were here, this place was quite warm. We have 3 fireplaces, one in the living room, one in the study, one in the kitchen. None of them will light.
Do it just snow get in the fireplace, or?
No, just nothing will set fire. We tried
What?
dry tinder. We've used candles. We've used tinder. We've used... No, we even tried a little oil from one of the lamps. None of it would work.
Well,
Where's the
Kia's
fireplace?
she's a master fire user.
Let me try.
Well, you can try in his study. That's probably the best place to light the fire anyway. That's where you're going. Come along.
Okay.
Mind your step.
Stay close, guys.
Right, and he's carrying a candle, by the way. So that is the only light source that he pretty much has.
It's not creepy as all fuck now.
Okay, he gets quietly to the door, opens it for you, and you see his lordship standing with one arm on the chair, and he's shaking ever so slightly.
Hello?
Oh, hello.
Is this a rug or a lamp I'm standing
European.
on? Let me get off of it.
There's a table. You're standing on an end table. Get off
Oh,
of my
my table
table!
again.
Get off the table.
May I, it's not very warm in here, but may I offer you something to warm you from the winter's chill? A glass of mead, brandy, or scotch?
Just stand back a second, okay? I'm gonna approach the fireplace
So
and
much
look at
feel
it.
like drinking right now. For once.
Okay, you go over to the fireplace.
I'm gonna inspect it to see if, like, maybe if anything's
There's-
wrong with it.
Okay, I mean, there's basically cold embers in the fire.
Okay.
Like charred wood and coal and embers, but they're all cold.
I'm gonna grab a piece of new dry wood right there,
Mhm.
I assume, and put it in. And I'm gonna say, stand back, guys. And I will cast Burning Hands into the fireplace.
Okay, the burning hand hits the fire, and ignites the wood, and some of the charred embers begin to glow, and it starts to
Okay.
crackle and begin to catch fire, just like you'd expect it to.
What's wrong with you guys? Why couldn't you light this?
Well, whenever we tried, and as soon as he says that, all of a sudden it just goes, and the flames instantly die, like they were suffocated. Like,
Turn around, see the fire's gone. I'm like, what?
that's what happens. Rather curious, I fear.
Magic.
Detect magic on the fireplace. I'm gonna cast it. Be like,
All right. The fireplace does not appear to radiate any form of magic.
Kia, there's no magical trace on the fireplace.
Do you know what this means?
Risa, I think we found somebody who's being targeted.
I saw something.
In the fireplace?
No. Out there. Out there in the snow, by the gate. It was
Right
looking
now?
at me. No.
When?
20 minutes ago or so. I've never seen something quite so sinister looking before.
Can I do a listen check?
Sure.
Listening for the roof.
All right. You cock your ear and listen quietly. You can hear the timbers creaking a little, probably due to the weight of the snow. But you don't hear anything really that sounds like footprints or hoof prints.
don't know.
You're singing.
I don't know. I think the snow just might be heavy on the roof, but I don't hear anything.
No, he was out there, beyond the gate, staring. I was looking outside, looking at the snow. This terrible, terrible midsummer's snow.
You didn't happen to speak with a woman in white anytime in the past 3 days, did you?
3 days ago, I did indeed.
She seemed irate to you?
Not that I recall. But come with me. I'll show you where it was standing.
Okay.
I'm going, while they're doing that, I'm actually going to stoop down and try to look up into the fireplace.
All right.
Into the chimney.
Okie
Careful,
dokie.
Red Van.
It looks like any chimney. You can hear the wind whistling above it, and you can see odd flakes of snow dropping down. But it feels remarkably cold.
I'm going to cast my shields, and I'm going to just, like, shine it up there so I can see everything.
All right. You kind of you illuminate the shield and shine it all the way up. You can see all the way up to where there's like a little bend. You can still see fairly well. You can see a clear moonlit you can see the moonlit sky above. But of course, you can't see much beyond that because you can see the illumination of the night sky against the moon, but you can't see anything. It's just snow.
Well, it's still
down.
storming, right? But the moon's
Yes. Mm-hmm.
the moon's in sight.
No, you can't see the moon itself, but you can see
Right.
like the glow.
Right, got it.
You see what I'm saying? Like you can
Yeah.
see that there's light up there. That it clearly leads to the outside.
No.
Okay.
No.
Right, he comes to this shutter right by this large double door. He kind of opens it and pulls the curtain back, and he points into the darkness, and he says, "It was there. This weather's so wicked," his lordship then said, as he looked quite befuddled and scratched on his head. "I saw something sinister out there in the night. It had glowing red eyes. It was a terrible sight."
And you said you saw it 20 minutes ago.
Give or take.
Let's go kill the thing.
Have you seen the priest?
He did come this way, yes.
Do you know where he went?
I don't. He came here and said that I should bar my doors and not open them to any strangers, that an evil spirit was visiting the town and he was going to do what he could to destroy it, I suppose. And then he wandered off into the cold night again.
Do you
This
know
was
which,
this was before I saw the thing.
which direction did he go?
I couldn't see. Once he got beyond the gate, I really couldn't tell what was Snowflake and what was man.
I want to cast a spell.
Okay.
I've never talked to the guy, but I've seen him. And I know his name. Bartleby Fluffles, right? I mean,
Do you know his name? What is his
I
name?
do. They mentioned it, guys. I mean,
Yeah. Does Radovan remember it though? Is this how much of a? If
Yeah,
he's going to
right,
cast
Sarah.
a spell to try to
Oh, wait.
scry for this dude, how much do you remember, dude? Because if
Well,
you
I
can't
don't-
remember his name, I question whether you have enough to go on.
it doesn't mention having to know his name. I just have to,
You've seen him,
You can see and hear some creature, which may be at any distance.
right?
So-
What?
Marlo finds him interesting because he was a monk, but that's about it. She doesn't really
Are
remember.
you talking
much
about
of it.
using the scrying spell?
Yes.
Wait, what spell is this?
It's called Scrying.
Yeah,
You
basically,
used that the other day,
there's a willpower save that has to be made.
Oh yeah.
And
Okay. The difficulty of
You see what I'm saying? The difficulty is the less you know of them, the higher the difficulty.
Alright, so I'm gonna say to the guy, what was the priest's name, sir? And I'm gonna ask the Lord.
Bartolo Haverton.
See, so I did know his name. Bartleby Finker.
Flip flopper for
That was
nutters.
close enough.
And
Totally
he wears that strange armor. He's a monk. That's what Marlo said, right? Or he has
He
monk
once
tendencies.
was a monk. I mean, he's obviously the.
Right.
He's stern. He has no expression on his frickin' face. So I want to
like the
cast.
oldest one of their order that's in town. He helped build the cathedral.
And he has a flail as a weapon. Boosh.
Right.
I know stuff.
I know things.
So I want to cast Scrying. I want to see if I can recognize the location it's at.
Alrighty.
So I'm just gonna scrying. Oh, that's me casting Scrying.
Well, let's make a dice roll, shall we?
We didn't realize.
Alright, I'm going to make the dice roll here.
I think you should always have the lights for when you use your magic.
There you go. Yeah, you should turn them
I
on.
really enjoy it.
And for chat's benefit, the dice roll needs to be 18 or higher for Shagget to succeed. Alright. As you stand there doing your best scry, which kind of looks like this. Right, you basically see what appears to be a wooden building, and he is laying face down
Oh no.
in the snow, barely visible. In fact, if it wasn't for the scrying spell, he would not be visible. There's clearly a thick layer of snow covering his body.
Oh no.
If
And
he
the
is
building.
alive, if he is alive now, the odds are he'll be dead of hypothermia shortly, based on the time frame.
Oh shit. Okay, and the general makeup of all the buildings in town is wooden, right? I mean, they're all
Yeah.
fucking wood. Guys,
Yes.
he's face down in front of a wooden building, almost covered completely in snow.
What?
A wooden building. Can you be more specific?
Can I be more specific? Can I see
It's a
like
si-
how many
well, you
windows
know
there
it's a
are?
single-story building, so you know.
Okay.
And from the back of it looks probably like a residence. Doesn't look like any like practical building. So
Okay.
you know it's not the blacksmith. You know it's not the inn. It's definitely not the church. It's not this guy's house because it's entirely too plain.
Okay, so I'm going to turn to the Lord and I'm going to say, how many single-story resident buildings are they clustered, or are most of them single-story?
Most are single story. 14 or 15, I suppose.
Holy shit.
Let's
What if
go.
we split up?
Ooh.
Are they clustered in any place? Like the most likely place they could be?
No, pretty much the entire town is laid out in a row of 3 lines of buildings, with the streets running between.
All right. We need to find him, guys. I mean, he's clearly in need.
Okay. Where do we start?
Town?
Well, I hope you find him, and I hope he's well.
Thank you.
Is there anything you need? Blankets, animal furs, for anything I can provide you to warm you against this terrible weather?
Could I borrow an animal fur?
Me too. Me
Oh,
too.
yes, absolutely. Any
no
preference?
cats, please.
Oh,
The cat fur, like, cover, like,
Well-
part of you.
how does an elk fur suit you? Is that okay?
Elk. Perfect.
Very well. 1 second. Antonia!
So Race is gonna go running out the door as soon as like this is going on.
Okay,
I'll follow.
A young woman comes out this side door here. Looks like some kind of... She's very, very attractive. She walks out.
Radavan missed it.
He says, fetch an elk pelt, and I believe we have a... Do we have more than one? Yes, my lord. Well, fetch 2 then. 2, as quickly as you can. Come along, girl. She kind of curtsies and goes back into this room and hustles back out only a minute later, carrying 2 big, furry blankets. Here you are.
Thank you, thank you.
Thank you.
And I trust that these will at least help keep you warm. I would offer to provide you a warm beverage, but of course we have no way of heating anything.
That's fine.
Well, good luck. And
Alright.
as I said, that thing, its eyes, they were terrifying. I've never seen something that looked so soulless and so sinister.
We'll keep that in mind, thanks.
We're gonna do what we can, sir.
Alrighty, as you step back out into the cold, cold night. Okay, where do you wish to go?
So
Wherever Raysa went.
I'm basically gonna say, was it the front of the house it looked like, or the back? I mean, when I did the scrying, or was it side?
It looked like it was probably a side.
Okay, he it looks like he's between the houses, not in front or behind.
Okay.
So I'm going to suggest we just hop over this fence and, just start looking.
All right.
Okay.
Where's Raysa?
Arlo? Yeah, where did Raysa run to?
So when I went running out the door, I would have reached into my bag and grabbed my obsidian seed and said, "Len is in."
Okay.
Okay, so we'll see tracks, I assume.
Well, you'll see some. Depends what she's doing with it. Okay.
Well, and then Radovan came out with me, so I'm going to say to him, "Radovan, do you want to come with me?"
No. I'm okay. I see where you're going with this, but I want to
Get
get on
Kia
the
to
horse.
cast me a whisper. Get Kia to cast me a whisper, and I'm going to jump on the horse and go.
All right. Where are you going?
Okay, so I'm going to fly, and I'm just going to start at
Okay.
the closest.
You will with the viciousness of the wind.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to make a successful ride check.
Uh-oh.
The wind is extremely volatile, and without a saddle, you've only got the bridle to hang on to. So this could be fairly hazardous if you get any distance off the ground. Of course, you have a lot of soft snow to land on,
Perfect. Well, I don't need to get too high. I just need to be able to move quick.
right?
Oh no.
Okay. Basically, the horse begins to start galloping as best as it can, kind of more loping through the snow, because it can't really get a good run up at all. As soon as it kind of lurches to go up into the air, you kind of immediately, the wind kind of hits you and it at the same time, and you kind of spin round on the side, and you're like hanging off the corner of it on the bridle. As the horse continues to try to go airborne, you can either hang on to it or let go or tell it to do something. What do you want to do?
I'm going to ask it to let me get back on.
Okay, well, it's going to come back down to the ground then. Because it has no way of aiding you to get on it when it's airborne.
All right, so I will attempt to remount.
Okay. Right.
Is
so
she?
you
How
climb
far away
back
is
on
she?
it.
from us?
By now, not far at all.
Side of the buildings, races. Side of the buildings.
Okay.
And then
So can he even like get any type of speed while staying on the ground?
Not a lot. I mean, he can move faster than you guys, but I mean, it's even for a horse. I mean, his legs are completely down in the snow.
All right. Well, I'll try. I'll just stay with them. So basically, we won't try and fly.
Okay, you're just
but
gonna
we're
kind
gonna. Yeah. So we'll
plow
just start.
through the snow. Well, one thing's for
methodically
sure, if people go behind you, he makes a hell of a good dig through the snow and makes a good path.
Sweet.
So if they follow you, they'll have a lot easier going than you will.
Well, it was a good idea, Raysa.
you know what? Fuck this. I'm gonna be like, oh, so it's not, and I'm just gonna start raising up out of the snow. I'm gonna cast Airwalk on myself.
Airwalk.
What the? Cast that on all of us, maybe?
All right.
One turn use. Sorry. But yeah, I'm not trudging through snow if I can help it. I'm walking on it. Are you kidding me?
I'm walking in the air tonight.
Obviously, Marlo can't run as fast in the snow, huh?
No. Marlowe is your waist deep.
Damn.
Yep. It's slow going unless you follow the path that the racer horse makes.
I am following that path.
Okay. So ping me where you wish to, where it is you're going to be traveling, Racer. Show me the direction and what houses you're going to go to first.
Are the houses in the first row, as in this one and the three next to it, single-story houses?
This one here is a store, so these two are single-story, yes.
Okay, so I'll start with those two.
Okay.
And then once I get to the end, I'd probably cross, here.
Okay.
And then start. Are they all single-story along there?
All of these are, except the one at the very end, which you know is the inn.
All right, so then I will go. I'll go this direction first.
Okay.
After, then I'll cross down, and loop back.
All right.
This way.
So you are all following the horse, and Radovan, you're hovering above the snow, yeah?
Yeah. Yeah, I am.
Alrighty. Okay.
You're really excited about that.
All right. Okay, well, you kind of get to here. On this building right here, it's on the roof. It kind of, you can see it glaring straight at you as it throws its head back and kind of looks to the sky and lets out another big, deep, eerie howl.
I'm going to shine my shield at it to see if I can illuminate it. Or scare it off.
Right. It doesn't seem to be particularly interested in what you're doing. It seems to almost be paying no attention to you whatsoever. It glanced at you that one time, but other than that...
This thing is demented, but we don't have time for it.
What is it doing on each of these roofs? Can we see what it's doing specifically? Like, it looks at us and then does something else on the
well, he
rooftop?
leaps off of this roof and lands on this one. Like he's moving roof to roof. He leaps roof to roof and puts his ear to the chimney as he listens for children, which he does so intently. And where he has found the sound and their scent, he howls at the moonlight, and down the chimney he just went.
Oh, shit.
He disappeared down inside this house. Like, as he literally crams down the chimney, and you can hear the chimney busting, like, all the way down, and you can see, like, the embers bow and crack against the snowy winter's landscape as his massive form, unlike Santa Claus, who somehow manages to do so without damage, not this jolly fellow. He destroys the chimney on his way down.
Because we don't have enough people for this. We gotta find the father, but...
I'm going to the door of the house he goes into.
Okay.
And I'm going to bang on the door. Get out of there!
That's not gonna work. Bust the door open. We gotta get in there.
Okay, try the door if it's open. If not, I'm going to kick it.
It is locked, or is barred at the very least.
I'm going to try to break it down.
Alright, strength check. You need to do a total roll of 16.
No.
Alright. Radovan puts his massive, bulky form, takes a few steps, and smashes into the door. The old door of this poorly manufactured hovel was no match for his large clerical form, as he smashed straight through. Alright.
Weapons, shields ready.
Behind Radovan.
Let's see. Let me rearrange these real quick. Okay, Radovan, let me move you in. Marla, you said you're going in behind Radovan. What about Kia and Racer?
Would I have seen them go to the door from where I was?
If you didn't see them, you heard them.
Okay.
I'd follow whatever Raysa was doing with the horse.
Yeah, I'll make my way in that general direction.
Okay. So you
Still
guys...
looking for. I'm concerned about the person dying in the snow.
Alrighty. Let's move you guys to the house. Alright, so Raysa and Radovan, you burst into this fairly plain room. There are... The fireplace, once again, it is not lit. It's cold and, just unnaturally dank. There is broken bricks from the fireplace and stuff. All of that are missing. This door here is open, and you hear what sounds like a childlike scream come from that room.
Obviously running to that room.
It's probably you that scared her.
All right. Standing on the table with basically a massive bundle of switches in his hand. This is my. You know what? Let me do it this way, because then everyone will see it. There he is.
Oh, God.
There's my
great.
Krampus.
Okay.
Oh.
Isn't he pretty?
All
He's
right,
beautiful.
that's going to be my nightmares tonight. Thanks.
Oh, you're welcome. Right, as I said, he's ogreish. He's about 10 foot tall. As you kind of walk in, he grins at you. And he looks at the two children and says, "So the Grinch just stole Christmas," he proclaims with glee. "Well, that smelly green fuzzball ain't got nothing on me. I come to beat children with my birchwood switch. I won't just steal Christmas, I'll make it my bitch." "You can keep your Christmas turkey and your pheasants. I don't come for your goose, your decorations or presents. I come to teach children who have been rather bad. And I'll take the most wicked. Won't their parents be glad?" He was... And as he kind of does that, he reaches out with his massive, great big long tongue and licks the child to his left. He's like,
Oh my god.
Marlo's going in.
okay, so Marlo, you're running over to him?
Indeed.
Okay,
I'm gonna. Marlo reaches forward, grabs the child, and pulls it behind her.
okay. "You're a slip of a girl and who is full of self-doubt. You think with your fists. Now what's that all about? You dress rather strangely and show too much skin, which is something to look at as I kick your teeth in," as he suddenly jumps off the table like with a sinister look straight towards you.
The child is behind Marlo, right?
Yep, Marlo grabbed the child and kind of slung it to the edge of the bed.
Alright, I'm running to the child.
Okay, Marlo, you may want to make an initiative check.
Go, Marlo!
Marlo! Marlo!
Oh boy.
Yeah,
Ooh,
you
she's
did.
ready, on
Nice.
point.
Alrighty.
Marlo doesn't like child liquors, apparently.
Mother liquor. All right.
Oh.
Oh!
Oh,
34.
Oh my-
Ouch.
Damn!
Ouch.
Natural 20!
All right. As quick as you react, you grab the girl with one hand and throw her behind you. He leaps off the table and attempts to belch you mid-air with his big bundle of birchwood switches.
Going to switch you?
Yep, he's going to give you a right good switching.
gosh, damn it.
40.
Oh, God.
Painful.
This is gonna hurt.
Oh.
Alrighty. He brings the switch remarkably right across your backside with skillful accuracy. And it
no.
stings like hell for 15 points of switchy damage. Alrighty.
Of course, Marlo cries out.
Radovan, you might want to roll initiative if you have any intentions of getting in this fray at any point. So let's just see. Let's just look where we're at. We're on Marlo with a normally almost unbeatable 26. Krampus with his disgusting 34. Sorry. Radovan is on a usual impressive 8. Okay, so as Raisa and Kia get to the doorway,
Do you like rolls from us as well?
You're just in time to hear Marla go, "Oh!"
Okay.
Alright, Radovan, what do you want to do?
Muted.
Thank you. I'm gonna grab the child's wrist and cast Sanctuary. And then say, don't do anything. And then I'm gonna
Okay, when
nudge her off the
you
bed.
do that, you hear like a very faint sound somewhere in the distance that kind of sounds almost like angelic singing, like
What the?
The only
Why did
way
you
to
just do
spread
that?
Christmas cheer is to sing it loud for all to hear.
And then I'm gonna say to the creature, you think this child is naughty? You should think again. Now remember me as a child, who will now bash your brains right the fuck in.
Nice.
he looks at you and he says, "I come for the children, not adult deception. But for you and your friends, I will make an exception."
Love it.
And with that, he
that's so
roared
good.
and bowed up his mass. "Your pathetic god Cuthbert can kiss Krampus' ass."
Oh.
Marlo's gonna shout to no one in particular, "Get the other child out of here."
Okay. Well, you guys can hear this. This just happened, so you guys can move if you wish. What do you want to do? You know your movement rates.
Oh.
So it's 50 foot into the door.
Running then.
Yeah, running.
Sprinting.
Okay, so you basically burst in the room. You can see, like,
I'd like to draw my bow as I run in too.
okay. You see this nasty, hideous Christmas sprite standing in the room. And obviously, you can see Radovan, you can see Marlo. Radovan has got hold of this young girl here. She's over by the corner here. And you hear Marlo screaming, "Get the other child out of here." Alrighty. You guys might as well go ahead and roll initiatives as well, just so we have everybody.
3 for a total of 7.
Oh,
Three,
wow.
for a
You
total of
guys,
6.
you know what? What does it matter, right?
Yeah.
What's funny is Radovan is actually going ahead of Racer and Kia for possibly the first time ever.
What?
What the?
You're clearly scared of the Krampus. That's all it is. Okay. I want to switch this sound out. Now you're playing with my Krampus. Let's change it to this.
Excuse me?
Hey, have you never heard it called a Krampus before?
Not lately.
Go away. There you go. Okay. All right. So, as you charge in through the room, seeing that, what do you want to do, Racer, first? Obviously,
draw bow.
it takes your full 50. You've got 50 feet to get into the room.
Yeah.
So you've got your bow. You've got in the room and you're readied.
Yeah.
What about Kia? What's your game plan?
I heard Marlo say, get the other kid out, right?
Uh huh.
So, I would, actually dimension door over to where the kid is.
All right. So that's what you're going to do
Yes.
on your next turn. You're going to
Yeah.
DD over to here. Okay. All righty then. Well, it comes back around to old Crampy Claus. But before we see what Crampy Claus is going to do, we're going to take our second break.